The sex trafficking and racketeering trial against Sean Diddy Combs, it will resume.
The criminal trial for Sean Combs is set to begin tomorrow in New York with jury selection. Now, Combs has pleaded not guilty to multiple charges, including sex trafficking, and has denied all civil allegations against him.
What could be so explosive? The judge doesn't even want the public to hear it. In a shocking twist, the court has reportedly sealed private audio evidence linked to Diddy, audio that allegedly connects him to a major Hollywood megastar. Was it just party chatter or something much darker?
Today, in a New York federal courtroom, Sean Diddy Combs told the judge he was, quote, a little nervous. The rap mogul's criminal trial began this morning. He is sex trafficking, racketeering, and more.
Sources say this evidence came from a confiscated device, not Cassie's, not Diddy's, but someone else's, someone close, someone powerful. And suddenly, the judge issues a partial gag order, media outlets blocked, jury sequestered, no official comment. So the question now is, who is Diddy trying to protect? And more importantly, why is the courtroom protecting them too?
Some lawsuits said other, unidentified celebrities also assaulted Combs' accusers. The 54-year-old faces at least 24 civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual misconduct.
After their November 2023 settlement. Now, this news comes after Diddy received a lot of backlash for not directly apologizing to Cassie in his apology video after the footage of him assaulting her was released. And according to sources that are close to the matter,
we've seen gag orders before, but not like this. This is strategic silence. The only thing louder than what's being said in court is what's being kept out of it. Insiders claim the audio includes voice recognition of multiple high-profile names. It's not just about what was said, it's about who was in the room when it was said.
Lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs are asking a judge to place a gag order on potential witnesses and their attorneys. Combs' lawyers argue that any public statements about the case could undermine his right to a fair trial.
Allegedly, the recording captures casual conversation about resetting narratives, buying off blog editors, and redirecting attention with scandal distractions. You heard that right. Manufactured celebrity scandals, all designed to take the spotlight off of what's happening behind the scenes.
Cassie Ventura had testified about how they were briefly romantically involved, and this was a relationship, Errol, that really angered Sean Combs, she said. And supposedly at one point, Combs threatened to blow up Mescady's car.
And one name that reportedly keeps coming up, A-list, clean image, global recognition. Rumors suggest that voice print analysis might be underway right now, and that this celebrity is in full damage control mode. Attorneys, reps, media trainers, all suddenly quiet.
Also discussing a gag order imposed on prosecutors and the defense, telling them not to discuss the case or provide any material about the case to the media, to the public.
I made a request for the judge to issue what we call the gag order.
And the audio? It's been sealed by the judge. Court insiders say even reporters inside the courtroom were asked to step out when the tape was played. Why? What's on that tape? We don't know. But when the press gets kicked out and the jury stays, you know it's serious. One outlet described the reaction in the room as jaw-dropping. Not a word from Diddy, not a flinch. Now here's where it gets even more suspicious. Several reporters tweeted and then deleted posts hinting that the voice heard on the tape may have belonged to a public figure with ties to multiple award-winning films, someone whose name has never been associated with criminal activity until now.
New this morning, attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs asked the judge in his criminal trial to place a gag order on potential witnesses. Combs' lawyers argue that the publicity surrounding the case in Manhattan federal court and statements made by those involved are interfering with his right to a fair trial.
Screenshots of those tweets are circulating, but no one's confirming anything. Behind the scenes, courtroom sketch artists were asked to stop drawing for that segment. That's unheard of. Think about that. No press, no recordings, no images, and no official transcript. Total blackout. The prosecution isn't commenting. The defense team is suddenly using the phrase unrelated third party. And court security? They've been tightened. Reporters say phones are being checked and visitors scanned twice. So what's happening? Sources whisper this could be tied to a second investigation, one that has nothing to do with trafficking, but everything to do with influence. Influence over witnesses, influence over media, influence over the courts. We've seen these types of stories before. Epstein, Weinstein, and now possibly Diddy. But the deeper question is this: if someone this powerful is being protected in the courtroom, how many other names are buried in evidence we'll never hear? And if this gag order is about protecting public safety, why does it feel like it's about protecting reputations?
Following Sean Diddy Combs' September 2024 arrest on sex trafficking and racketeering charges in New York, the world was waiting to see what revelations would be made at trial regarding the music mogul.
There's one other detail insiders are starting to whisper about. The audio may have included reference to a name already involved in a separate scandal. This isn't just cross-contamination. This could be Hollywood's worst nightmare, a spider web of secrets suddenly exposed in one place. And for Diddy, it might mean he's not going down alone. Now here's what makes all of this even more chilling.
Philip said, "I heard her yelling, 'I'm sorry, I'm sorry.' Someone was being slapped around and slammed around the room. And I looked around the corner and I saw Mr. Combs walk out of the hotel altogether without clothes. He might have had a towel on."
A source close to the court claims the sealed audio might not be a standalone clip. It could be just one of many files pulled from a secure cloud storage account tied to a business entity, not a person, meaning it may have been organized and intentionally archived. This wasn't some accidental recording. This was something someone planned to keep, maybe even use. Think about that. What kind of leverage are we talking about?
The move comes after media reports last week about a witness who appeared before a federal grand jury. That witness says he has videos that contain footage of celebrities potentially being victimized by Combs.
And why would someone as powerful as Diddy or one of his associates need to keep audio files with potentially incriminating content involving other celebrities? Blackmail, insurance, protection. Whatever the reason, the court's response says everything. You don't shut down media access, remove sketch artists, and seal transcripts unless there's something that could cause real damage. This may not just be about celebrities behaving badly.
Ventura testified that Combs directed her and other freak-off participants to cover themselves in baby oil. She said in court, Sean wanted it heated and he wanted it to be glistening, so we applied every 5 minutes.
This could be about a covert ecosystem of protection, where favors, footage, and fear are traded behind the scenes. One anonymous legal analyst said it best: "This isn't about a scandal, this is about a system." And that system is now exposed, if only for a moment, through one mysterious audio file. But what happens if more files surface? What if the jury hears things that even the public never will? Will those jurors, regular people with regular lives, be able to unsee what they're about to hear? And if one of the voices on that tape is someone we know, someone we admire, will they still walk free, protected by status, fame, and billions? Or will this finally be the moment where fame doesn't equal immunity?
You spoke to him at length.
He's doing fine. It's a difficult circumstance. He's making the best of the situation. You know, Dr. King called it the law of unintended consequences. Sometimes the more people push you down, the stronger you get.
We're watching the story of the year unfold in real time. And this might just be the first crack in Hollywood's armor. This isn't just tape one. This is just the beginning. Because the next name to surface, it might be the one that no one, not even the prosecutors, were ready to deal with. Stay with us. We'll keep watching and listening.